So in this video, we're going to be looking at simplifying algebraic fractions. We're going to go through 3 examples. Now the key practice here is to factorise the numerator and denominator. Okay, so you're looking to see if you can cancel a common factor from the numerator and denominator here. And through that, we need to factorise. So for this first one, 2x plus 10 over x squared plus 5x. We'll factorise the numerator, so we can factor out 2, then have x plus 5. And in the denominator, we can factor out the x and have x plus 5. Now, because we have a common factor in the numerator and denominator, we can divide top and bottom by x plus 5, and we'll be left with 2 over x. Okay, now there are added restrictions in here because this is assuming that x is not equal to minus 5. Because if it was, then our denominator here would be 0 and there would be a problem. Okay, so there are kind of like little bits behind the scenes that we don't really need to worry too much about. But it's really about making sure that you can simplify that down to 2 over x. Okay, so let's look at number 2. We have x squared take away 9 over 4x take away 12. Now we need to identify x squared take away 9 is the difference of 2 squares. So we can factorise that into 2 brackets, and we're going to have x plus 3, x take away 3. The denominator we can factor out 4, and we'll have x take away 3. So we now have a common factor in the numerator and denominator, so we can divide top and bottom by x take away 3, and we're going to be left with x plus 3, I don't need the bracket, over 4. And that's what it simplifies to. Number 3, we're going to do a similar job. So the numerator, let's factorise that. We can factor 8 out, and we'll have x plus 5. For the denominator, x squared plus 6x plus 5, we can factorise that. We're looking for 2 numbers that multiply together make 5, but add together make 6. So that'd be 5 and 1. So x plus 5, x plus 1. And you can now see that we've got a common factor in the numerator and denominator. So we can divide through by x plus 5, top and bottom. And we'll be left with, well, we've got 8 left over in the numerator and x plus 1 in the denominator.